it's Presley at ActOutGames.com here. I'm going to be doing a review of the American Girl of the Year, Leah Clark. So let's start with the doll herself, and then we will talk a little bit about the story. So the doll herself has actually really good quality, kind of dark, dirty-ish blonde kind of hair, and somewhat tan skin, and the hair is pretty wavy, and actually really good quality. I'm just cursed whenever I'm around doll hair, it will immediately frizz up. Even if I brushed it like 2 seconds ago, it will just frizz up. Whoops, I just realized there's still packaging on her. But it will just like frizz straight up immediately. So, but her hair is actually really nice and really high quality. And another thing that I love about American Girls, all their eyes are painted differently. I don't have 2 American Girls that have the eyes that are painted the exact same way. And she has these green eyes, and her teeth are showing. And she's actually wearing this dress that's involved at the very end of the story. And she comes with these sandals that are really hard to stay on for some reason. They fall off a lot. There's lots of places that I really do want. They have like the smoothie stand. The smoothie stand isn't in the book at all. It might be in the next one. There's probably more stuff involved in the next one than there is right now. She has like this little house, which also was not involved in the book that she comes with. This stuff is probably in the next one. But she does have this really cute little house and a really cute little smoothie stand that I really do want, and I just kind of want to have like Girl of the Year stuff. I'm gonna have to make a little bakery for Grace. And I might make like a little jungle theme thing. One of the rare dolls that it's easier to stand than sit. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the story. So in this story here, I'll read the back first, so I know what's too spoilery and what's not. Leah is ready for adventure on a family trip to Brazil, where her big brother, Zach, is studying the rainforest. She can't wait to see the ocean, but quickly realizes she'd rather take photos of it than swim in it. Disappointed in herself, Leah longs to show Zach that she's as bold and brave as he is. She finds inspiration in a new friend who encourages her to embrace the excitement and beauty that Brazil offers. But when the fun turns to danger during a hike, Leah must prove to Zach and herself that she has what it takes to face adventure head on. Just so you know, I'm writing one story, and I'm reading 3 other stories, or have read 3 other stories that have a character called Zach, and in every single one, they're all spelled differently. All spelled differently. There's at least 4 ways to spell Zach, probably more. It's really strange. But yeah. So in the story, it kind of starts off with her taking a family trip to Brazil, and they talk about her grandmother Alma, who even at like, I think 70 they said, she still went out and did all sorts of adventures and stuff. And she wrote down these travel diaries that Leah is taking on her trip to Brazil. And she starts to go to the beach in Brazil, and she gets knocked over by a huge wave and gets knocked over by waves or goes underwater and all sorts of stuff that was really scary to her, even though I would probably laugh and enjoy it if I was knocked over by a big wave. But maybe if I felt like I was gonna drown, I wouldn't. But she got really, really scared, and she didn't want to go into the water, and that's kind of where the wish bracelets come in, where they tie a wish bracelet with 3 knots, and when the wish bracelet falls off, your wish is granted, apparently. Also, she's very rainbow themed. She was very rainbow themed at the party, which I was like, this might be leading up to something, and I still can't tell. But yeah, in the story she meets this girl named Camila, and Camila actually plans for her to go snorkeling, and she has to like face her fear of the water and go snorkeling. And there's also like danger in the hike and all sorts of really good stuff. This one's actually written a lot better. I think this one's written better than the Grace one. They're both really good, but this one focuses a little bit more on like feelings and a little bit more on like setting up the scene before actually going into it. Well, the other one was like, okay, now I'm in the plaza, and they didn't really give too much to describe the plaza. But in this one here, I can pull something up. The next morning after breakfast, we left the hotel and headed into town, walking past rows of shops that leaned tightly against one another as if they were all one big happy family. Well, in the Grace book, it would be like, we went down to the plaza and we walked past some shops. That's all there would be. But here it's a little bit more focused on setting up the scene and describing and all sorts of stuff, so I definitely like this one better. And I'm really excited to read the next book and continue Leah's story. She's also a photographer. I forgot to mention that. But she takes pictures of like wildlife and stuff with cameras. I have a camera down here. I think it's out of battery. No, it's not. But she like photographed things. I actually got a good picture of her on my phone. I set her up in one of the bushes in my backyard to make it look like she was climbing, which I don't think she actually did. She never climbed, but it kind of made her look like she was climbing, and it was pretty fun too. But her story's really good. I finished it within a couple days. I was kind of procrastinating on finishing reading it for a while. But I highly recommend that you get the doll and you read the book, because you can only get this doll this year. That's all. You can't get her anymore after this year. And she's a really great doll, really high quality. She is missing neck strings, I believe. Although they might be like tucked in somehow. But she does not currently have, she doesn't have visible neck strings, which might be a problem for people who want to customize American Girls, but I wouldn't recommend customizing someone who's only one available for 1 year. There was like one wrong batch of them in LA, so make sure to check your dolls to make sure they don't have derped eyes and they don't have all sorts missing stuff, smudges of paint and stuff. But the ones that we found were high quality and stuff. Her hair is also her wigs would fall off and all sorts of stuff like that. But I think that error was fixed because this doll doesn't have any problems like that. If you like what we're doing and want to keep up with us, then please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.